and now I want to make sure that everything's working. All messages. Okay, well, it's supposed to work. So it's me, Diana. You know me from as Red Hat Diaries. This is my channel, and yeah, here I am just testing the live stream here on YouTube. I decided to start practicing that more for a few reasons. One of the reasons is just get more organic and natural and communicate with people easier and more openly. I think I'm ready for that point, so I'm starting it like once a year ago. I started my YouTube when I was very scared. I didn't really think. Hi. Yeah, I didn't really think what would work out from it, but it's going all right. I'm not going for the huge numbers. For me, it's all about the practice and communicating with people and trying to deliver the message, which is all about optimized lifestyle and positivity and a little bit of common sense, all stuff like that, you know. So, okay, hi. You're free to ask me questions if you want to. I'll be happy to respond. I can see 2 viewers for now. There's one again. Anyways, I want to say a couple words about the experience with YouTube, how it taught me stepping through my fears and facing my fears and just learning how to act anyways. I was not really, as I said, I was scared to start YouTube channel. I was quite insecure about it. I was pushed by some people, and essentially when I just started, I realized the hardest part was starting it, and then essentially just started getting better and better. I'm a sewing machine. I want to see you. Well, you can see me now, though I'm not sure what that means. Anyways, well, there's 13 viewers now. Tell me, write in the chat if you have some fears, if you want to do something but you're just scared to start. Hi again. I'm drinking coconut nuts right now. I can show you. Oh, okay. So this channel started as the sprinting channel, as like me starting from zero, specifically in sprinting. I've been training different stuff since I was a kid, though sprinting was something new for me, and I just wanted to show you how it works for a complete beginner to get to the certain point. But then I changed it a little bit. I tried different things. I tried some traveling content, and I have some traveling videos. I enjoyed making them, though it's not specifically something sustainable for me. But Then I started moving toward boxing more and more. Boxing was something that I was originally doing for years in my junior years when I was in the national team of Georgia juniors. And even though I retired from competing quite early, I never stopped training. I remained active. And right now, I consider myself to be in the top shape I ever been, with the knowledge and with the experience I have at this point, and the way I used to, or the way I integrated in my life. So yeah, I started getting back to boxing more and more. I'm training it. I'm showing a little tips and tools, what I'm using myself, and I'm very glad to hear when people tell me that it has been helpful. Oh, another question. Do you do weight training? Yes, I do. I don't do it all the time. I don't have a strict schedule for it, but I do it. And I used to do quite a lot of weight training. I used to do pure strengths with using deadlifts, classic deadlifts and squats at some point in my life. Then I moved more to, I did some hypertrophy training at some point in my life. Right now, I'm doing basically body weight training, but still focused on strength. I'm using pull-ups, dips, pistol squats, like a little bit harder movements as my base training exercises, I mean. Thank you. Hi there. Thank you for kind words. I always appreciate it. The hearts are coming up. What's that? But anyways, so weight training. Yeah, I think I did some CrossFit at some point years ago. I was linked with the CrossFitters. It was like a community, and that's that's how it happens. Usually, when you're generally training, you're just getting to know different communities, and you just get closer with them, and you just starting doing what they're doing. I also used to run distances, like not marathon distances, but like half marathon, 10 kilometers, stuff like that. Just because I'm a friend with that community. I used to do mountain climbing and wall climbing as well. Because of the community, we just had fun and we did trainings together. Wish to meet you. Well, I'm here. You're meeting me right now. Technically, I'm live and I'm talking to you right now. So yeah, basically here I am now. My YouTube is gradually growing. It's not that big, but it's mine. It's something that, from zero, without any promoting, it went up to 1,327, 28 right now at the moment. And those are all real people. If we really think about it, maybe that's not a huge number for generally in the social medias and this kind of platforms, but those are 1,300 plus people who are watching me. Oh, hi there. For your channel. So what's next year for your channel? Anybody you would want to collaborate with? That's the thing. Of course I do. I want to collaborate with, but this is kind of another mental obstacle. All the thoughts, like from one side, I'm just thinking about that, oh, my channel is not big enough. Who would want to do it? with me, right? So all these irrational fears. From the other hand, when I get the opportunity to do a collaboration and a good one, I will definitely take it. I'm not going to say no to it. So I'm somewhere in that range where I wish to grow a little bit more, but also at the same time, I'm traveling quite a lot lately, and I'm meeting very interesting people here and there. And yeah, at some point, when there is an opportunity to do the collaboration, I will do that, and I will start doing that more often. Right now, though, what I'm trying to do is, as I said, I focused more on boxing training, and it's way more mature, both physically and mentally for me. I have a certain knowledge that, honestly, some people and some trainers and camps don't have that knowledge back in Georgia. Don't want to be arrogant, but Georgia is still sticking to some old school methods, which some of them are great, especially when it comes to technique, but when it comes to the physical preparation, recovery, optimization, sleep, all of that stuff, they're not as developed as Western world. So, like with that knowledge, because I learned English, so I could get that information firsthand. And the combination, when I started training myself, I don't have a trainer right now, so I'm training myself basically. I already improved some parameters, and I definitely have a certain plan and vision in my head that if it goes gradually and methodically the way I want to, I would love to create the arc where I prepare. At some point, I'm going to go back to Georgia around approximately in the end of September, and I would love to reconnect with that community I'm friends with, the boxers basically, and start training. Reconnect with one of the trainers that in the past really had a big impact on my technique development, and gave me very great pointers. And I would just set it up the way that I prepare myself for a fight for nationals, and yeah, just go there and do my best to win. But as I said, now I'm not looking at it the way I used to, that everything you do is for that, like for whatever you are in the ring. Now my attitude is more about whatever I do is for me, and the ring is the consequence of it. It can be. Okay, thank you for suggestion. I think there is no such thing as Georgian boxing. Georgian wrestling, definitely, but not Georgian boxing. I think there is a post-Soviet or a Soviet school, which Georgia used to be a Soviet country. So, yeah, we definitely have the same basis as the old Soviet style, which, again, has some great nuances, that's for sure. Hi, Antimatter. Hi. Hello. Nice to have you here. You're like, feel free to ask me questions. But yeah, regarding the video, I'll do my best. I'll see what I can do, and I'll research a little bit more. I'll update my memory as well, and we'll try to make the video on that topic. I'm still in Vietnam. I'm planning to stay basically till the end of August, and then the plan is to go to Kuwait for 4 months to visit our friends and yeah, basically do some interesting stuff there. I'm not gonna, if I end up in Kuwait and nothing, Kuwait or Kuwait, Kuwait, and if nothing changes, there's gonna be some cool stuff there too. And then I'm planning to go back to Georgia in the end of September, something like that. Is shadow boxing better than walking as a workout? It is an interesting question. Well, I think those two things, it's a little bit hard to compare these two because walking is it's like a base pattern for the human body. One of the basic human functions, right? So walking should be, regardless you're exercising or training in the gym for whatever amount of time and then go home, it's always better to be generally active throughout the day. And how you're active, obviously you're walking from the one spot to another and etc. So walking from the perspective of longevity and sustainability, walking is better. But shadow boxing is definitely a great, first of all, it's a great tool for boxing to learn and develop skill set. Especially if you do that in front of mirror and you can see, you literally just can't spend hours and teach yourself how to put your technique in place. And yeah, it's like a carving process, you know. And also it can be a great cardio if you go active shadow boxing and just, you know, you get your pulse higher. It is a great exercise. And it develops skill, the boxing skill and footwork and coordination and balance, like all of that very well. Though I wouldn't compare shadow boxing and walking. Walking is one of the basic patterns and everyone should walk, if nothing. Anything you guys did in Georgia that was different from Soviet style that you can think of? In boxing, you mean? Let me think. Well, when it comes to the Georgia and the style, instead of boxing, MMA is coming more into my head. Hello from Prime Boxing. Okay, please tell me your name. Prime Boxing is the gym where it's a gym of my friends in Tbilisi, and I help them a little bit there. I train their functional training, and yeah. So, hi there. It's whoever you are. Just tell me who you are. It's nice to talk to someone from Prime. Madloba. That's Georgian. Those beautiful letters are Georgian. It's a Georgian alphabet. But anyways, that was this question about anything I can think. As I said, now the boxing, the Georgian school of boxing is just different pieces of different. There is some Soviet style influence, and there are some modern parts. Obviously, they're individual boxers. So there is this guy. His name is Lasha Guruli. He's like an upcoming star now. He's still, so far as I know, he's still in the amateur boxing. In the last Olympics, he brought to the country the bronze medal. Which didn't happen in a while in boxing in Georgia, and his style is very, he's very technical. He's a freestyler, great footwork. Yeah, I mean it's the mix of his style is more Western, I would say. I think it's more combination of the Western schools. But if he was there, he would explain more. I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I think Georgian school is still getting built up, still developing, it's still transforming and evolving, and that's great. That's how it should be. Anyways, Prime Boxing. If you're in Tbilisi, you definitely should check out Prime Boxing gym. It's a great gym, great people. You'll love it. And at the end of the day, it's all about community, right? It's not... There is a certain interest, there is a sport, there is something that just unifies people, but then it creates this beautiful community where people support each other, help each other, teach each other, learn from each other. So this is my favorite part when it comes to boxing or any other specific community. Oh, hi California. Close to San Francisco. Well, I don't know the specific area, but obviously I know San Francisco. And actually my personal clients, a couple of my personal clients are from, they're based in California, they're close to San Francisco, maybe around in the same area. So, Jifra, samurai. Okay, you can see from, well, you're just right there. Curtis, hi Curtis. Well guys, share with me if you are training yourself, if you're doing some boxing or if there is some other sports you're pursuing, or if there is anything you like to do. I'm doing great. That's my first live here on YouTube, and well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you check out my channel, I usually don't like asking like, subscribe or something, but here, since you're just there, if you check my channel, it's about training, sprinting, boxing, lifestyle, those kind of things. Lately, more boxing. I'll take opportunity and just remind you that don't forget about hydration. So this is water. I always drink water on the side with whatever I drink. Coffee, tea, coconut this time. And here I have a coconut, which is a great source of potassium, which is an electrolyte and is very important for your just keeping your electrolyte balance in check in your body. You wanted to join a boxing gym, but you haven't joined one. Well, it's never too late. You definitely should. I was training to be a professional wrestler before the pandemic. To stop because of injuries. Now I'm looking to get back into martial arts, as that's my background. Very interesting. Wrestling, what kind of, is it a Greco-Roman wrestling or freestyle wrestling? Both are great, develop very strong physique, amazing flexibility, strength, coordination. You started from Taekwondo, karate, and wrestling in college. That's great. Actually, I myself started from karate, Goju Ryu karate, which is combat karate. It has two directions, which is go and do. Go is you basically have it's like kickboxing, and do is you don't have head guards, and you're not allowed to punch to the face with the fists, because you have like you have You don't wear gloves basically, but you do body shots and you can do the head kick and wrestle a little bit. The fake kind entertainment one. But they're the ones like Shotokan. I don't remember that. I just the ones I know is Goju-ryu, Kyokushinkai, and Shotokan. Those three I know, but I bet there are more. But good for you. You definitely that sounds like a great goal. And pandemic definitely fucked up a lot of things. I can agree with that. It wasn't a fun time, but you know what? You just get it the way it is, and you just adapt, change your plan, and keep moving forward. So what kind of martial art do you want to go? MMA, or you just want to change your direction in general? So go from wrestling to, I think it just would make sense because in MMA that wrestling has a big part, like anything related to the groundwork. So I would just assume that might be MMA. Okay, gotcha. So I assumed wrong. You want to try something that is opposite of it. So you want to get into striking. Muay Thai is great. I mean, very tough. I would never fight Muay Thai unless it's just for fun and light sparrings, which they usually do. All Muay Thai friends I have, they say that they do light sparrings, combinations, but then on the ring they really kick the shit out of each other. Oh, it's fake wrestling, you said. I thought it's fake karate. But yeah, as Chris says, it still takes the huge amount of like crazy physicality. So people really underestimate it. Yes, it's staged, but have you seen, guys, this recent movie Iron Claw about the one-eyed family? That was a good movie. Yeah. Well, funny enough, except like wrestling or sparring wrestling or whatever it's called in judo, that's one of the exercises. That's what they do. Like there is, for example, one person throws another one and they follow them because this is the way how they learn the move. And obviously they have more resistant part of training where they actually do sparring, they resist each other, they try to win over each other, etc. But I've seen if Georgians, when they share their trainings, and Georgian judo team is very strong, that's what they do. They just like, there is one person standing, two persons, and they just throw like one at a time and they both come back, and yeah, that's basically same idea. They just help each other and follow each other on the move. Yeah, Iron Claw is amazing, true story. What is the production name? Because the company that made that movie generally has a good movies. They create good movies. I bet Chris knows that. But yeah, Muay Thai. Muay Thai is, yeah, definitely worth a try. Though one con of the Muay Thai, if you put it in the MMA perspective, or even like boxer against Muay Thai in the boxing rules, I think they're just too straightforward because their punches are very strong and tough and very explosive. There is not that much head movement, as I noticed with the most of the Muay Thai fighters. Obviously, there are not more like unconventional ones, which are adding some other nuances from maybe some other styles and adapt it to it. But yeah, conventionally, it's very straightforward. Hi Kadir, are you fighting a fighter or something? I was a Muay fighter for 7 years. I can help with that if you're in Turkey. Well, hi Kadir. I'm not a Muay Thai fighter, that's for sure. I am doing boxing. I used to do amateur junior years boxing in the national team of Georgia. And right now, maybe I'm gonna get back to it, but my profile, my direction is specifically boxing. Though the samurai guy, Jufra Samurai, he's looking into Muay Thai. So feel free to leave any tips since you've been training for 7 years. Shout out for you. I'm not in Turkey though, as well, but Turkey is basically just next to Georgia. So yeah, I'm from Georgia, but I'm not currently in Georgia. Okay, Shotokan was your style. But I found the founder got beat up by founder of some older obscure Okinawa. This Okinawa style is the Goju style. That's why I said I think that is the most combat style. That's why it's called Goju. I'm almost sure. Maybe there is another. Maybe it's a smaller style, but it's Okinawan style. And in Georgia, who is the guy who is the black belt and who is like a head of the federation, he got all his belts with the Nakamura sensei and Higaonna sensei, which are like a 10 dan of that style, Goju karate. And they are tough. Like what they do sometimes, like they just stand and they have rocks and walls and they just like hit like this, in the karate style. So they just making it rock hard. They really do that, and they do that for hours sometimes. I remember doing that too. Hi Christian, happy Friday to you too. Ever tried Olympic weightlifting movements like cleans and snatches? People that are good at boxing are explosive, so my guess is you could be good at it. I actually did it when I was more into weightlifting. I specifically learned those moves. Power snatching, I just stopped doing. I know the technique, I know how it's done, but I never progressed with weights. Just because honestly, it's this movement, like basically snatching it over your head, is not necessary for boxing specifically. I mean, it's great movement, but it's more if you want to do weightlifting. Obviously, you have to learn power snatch. Though power clean is the great exercise for many different disciplines. Sprinting, boxing, any other explosive type of training, martial art, it is great. And obviously it has its right technique. I'm a fan of technique. I always think that it's better to learn technique, spend your time, commit your time to it, and then gradually start progressing. And that's what I did at some point. I stopped doing that also a while ago, but I pretty much can do 30 kg, 40 kg on my power clean without the jerk movement. But it's all right, I don't progress more in that at the moment, at least. Are there more comments? When I was doing karate, it was through my community college, so I got to train in the college wrestling and Muay Thai as well. Though the school, I did really like to start boxing to round up my Taekwondo too, and marry it all together with Muay Thai. Yeah, that sounds like a cool plan. It's a good plan. Basically, as long as you develop your striking and groundwork, takedown defense, and some certain nuances, and you just practice different styles. And you kind of you just take things from one another. Like, for example, your base in the striking can be Muay Thai, but you can adapt some boxing like movements, because in boxing you use like tucks, you can use your hands in the many different ways. So you're not just standing like this, right? So if you adapt that in your striking, it's going to give you a more technical advantage. Interesting, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm here for any questions and tips on grappling and groundwork since you like the most. Well, I think you found each other, guys. You can feel free to share tips in the chat. I did a little bit wrestling. I actually did the BJJ. I'm a white belt. I never pursued it for that long. But I naturally, I feel that I've always been good at wrestling. Like I trained with wrestlers and trained with BJJ. And I just like groundwork. It's nothing, it's not a place I feel uncomfortable, though I never pursued it. Like the level, if we compare my groundwork to my boxing, obviously boxing is somewhere that I feel confident because I know some things. One of the guys I trained with on karate came from Goju, and he was really tough and buff. Yeah, that's how they are. That's how they are. They actually built first Goju Karate Do in Tbilisi. So there is this lake area, which is within the city, but it's a little bit higher, higher level from the ground. And it's quite nice there. A lot of people like to go there when it's summertime. So they built this, I think they didn't finish it yet, but they're still building this karate do, like it's Japanese style, like all exterior is exactly like it would be, I don't know, 1,500 years ago in Japan. And it looks very good, it looks wonderful. So Goju Karate is having a development in Georgia, that's for sure. Are you doing flying sprints or not? Well, actually, currently, comparing to back then, in the beginning, I trained sprinting less, but flying sprints is something that is just, I can do it pretty much everywhere. So this is, I think, the sprinting type that I do mostly right now. Because it's, yeah, I mean, the point starts and the specific distance sprints, I don't have that luxury at the moment, so I just do flying sprints. Groundwork and grappling is so draining to me because I'm used to using explosive strikes. The minute they get me to ground, I'm on oil fish trying to get back to twitching around. Well, first of all, that's funny. It's good you have a sense of humor about it. Though you can use explosiveness in wrestling and groundwork too. You know, if you look at it that way, and you start really practicing through, if it's judo throw or it's a throw, you see that yes, they start doing it slower, but then it's all about explosivity. You have to do it fast and snappy, same as you would do the punch or combo. If you do the takedown defense, also fast and snappy. If you have to go around and get the opponent's back, you also do it fast and snappy. So I would, if you really want to really start working methodically, that's what I would advise. Just get in a good environment, good wrestling or BJJ community where they have a good experienced people there, and they can really help you to break it down. And just repetitively, you just do a move after move after move. You just repeat the same move multiple times, and this is how you build it up. There is no point just rolling or sparring if you don't have the background, if you don't practice those movements separately. I wouldn't mind starting a dojo and teaching my own style of karate someday. Something like Kudo, Daido, Joko. Okay, interesting. Good for you. I mean, I wish you the best of luck in that. The loose weight fights. I'm not even sure if I said correctly. No, I haven't. So feel free to share and tell me more about it. Yeah, good point, Chris. BJJ is basically more like really working on the ground. It's not about that many throws. They have throws, obviously. Takedown defenses, I don't remember them having something similar, except whatever they're trying to avoid to be thrown on the ground. But usually in BJJ fights, they're supposed to get on the ground. So because there are multiple positions in the BJJ where there are certain points and there are certain things that the athletes can use to their advantage. So that's what I would say. The BJJ sparrings, BJJ sparring, let's call it that way. It goes to the ground very soon and it stays quite for a long time there. When it's wrestling and judo, it's about throwing and holding and catching, getting it back, getting points for, putting the person in the submitting position according to the rules. Hi Shuai, good to see you too. That's the guy who helped me a lot with sprinting and gave me very good pointers and guided me on a lot of stuff in the sprinting. So Myanmar. Bare knuckles and the headbutts and suplexes are allowed. Okay, so it's even more. It's a dirtier version of it of Muay Thai. You're welcome, Kadir. And as I said, there is no point to go for a wrestling match or sparring on the ground if you're not ready yet. It's better to take your time, start working with the good people who are actually going to teach you things and they're going to let you to practice them. And then you can gradually start getting, getting more resistant matches, where you have someone rather on your level or slightly higher. So, you're actually having chances to win in this situation. If you just go full on with people more experienced than you, it's just basically bullying, nothing, and you don't really learn anything from it. Back to Georgia this September. Any long-term plans visiting other countries after you're back to Georgia this September? Well, there are some not plans yet, some opportunities. There might be opportunity for United States and some other places. I'm trying to, we are trying, me and my husband, we're trying to create community. So when we travel, we meet people from all around the world, and you know, sometimes we get invited to over there, and we invite them over to Georgia, and this is how we just build something together. And yeah, why not? If I'll be there, if I'll be in those kind of places, I'm definitely going to share it with you. Hopefully I'm getting better and better at it, so I'll definitely put more effort into creating that type of content, because there are things that they're definitely worth showing. Apart from the daily trainings and live and some explanations, there's some cool stuff that's going to be going on, and I'm very looking forward to show it to you. I was starting to save up money and was going to learn the language and more there to train, but the 2 weeks after I made the plan, the military took over the country and started civil war. Oh yeah, that's not fun. Somewhat in favorite art now because of how few people outside the country teach or train it. Well, that happens to some, let's call it, indigenous martial arts that are coming specifically from some place. Even Muay Thai, Western Muay Thai, even if someone from Thailand teaches there, sometimes it's just getting transformed and changing its appearance slightly from whether you would go to the country and experience it more firsthand. I think sprinting and bodyweight exercises using breathing the groove techniques will help explosive movements, pistol squats, pull-ups, dips, but in lower rep ranges with long rests. That's true. This is the exact approach I used for my strength, and I keep using for my strength training, and it works. It definitely does. The ratio between the stimulating your neural system and then recovery, it just lays perfectly, that it gives you basically develop strength as a skill. Let me tell you more about the Grizzly Groove, since it has been mentioned in the chat. So this is the approach. It's a strength training protocol. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was created by Pavel Tsatsouline, or he was one of the people who contributed in it, at least. And the idea behind that training is that you're not putting it in a limited amount of time, like you would go 1 or 2 hours in the gym. What would you do instead is you would spread out the sets throughout the day with the extensive amount of rests, at least 30 minutes, and if you need, even longer. So basically just a matter of putting alarm on your phone and have those reminders, and using exercises like pull-ups, dips, pistol squats, those 3 for example, because they're already hard enough. Like not a lot of people can do it even with the body weight, and the repetition stays under the 5, as Chris mentioned. It's low repetitions, and there is also eccentric phase of it. So the way how you would execute the technique is you would go up a little bit faster, and then you would go down slower, and out of 100% you would be 50%, because you don't want to reach the muscle failure. So basically this is the idea, if we put it shortly, and you can do it daily as long as you make sure that you don't have muscle sore and you feel all right. In my case, I went from 0 pull-ups to 5 strict and 10 with a little bit of inertia, just giving a little bit wave. And for a woman, it is quite big. Oh, there are new chats, new chatters. No, he's Norwegian. He's from Norway, but we met in Georgia and we traveled together. You definitely should. Georgia is a beautiful country. Right now, the situation going on there is not the best politically, though the country itself is wonderful and people are very warm and hosting. Okay, I'll go down. What's your opinion on electric cars? Electric cars? Amir. Hi, Amir. I don't know. I don't have opinion about electric cars because that's outside of my competence. Though I think it should be all right. Well, in Norway, for example, in the central areas, in the central areas of the cities, the gasoline cars are not even allowed anymore. So they have only electric cars available in those areas. So I guess it is environmentally friendly. Hello from India. Hi. Hi, Amrendra. I hope I say it correctly. Virat Kohli. No, I don't know who's that. Virat Kohli. No, I really don't know. Does my husband train also? Well, yeah, he does. He used to be a proximity wingsuit flyer, very impressive one, and he had some. He crashed and he's been through things that a lot of people don't survive. But now he's back on track. He's training and he's training strength, hypertrophy, and I'm teaching him some boxing. Virat Kohli. Who's that? Tell me. Please stop it at calling. Well, explain who's that, okay? Trained all kind of special forces around yes, that's Pavel Tsatsouline. Okay, I'll just move forward. What about your opinion on India? We actually been in India. We spent 1 month last year and we've been in Mumbai, Goa, Amritsar, Haridwar, just by passing Rishikesh and Delhi. So for the first visit, it was quite a lot, and I mean it's very unique. It's very interesting. Personally, my favorite places were Goa and Rishikesh because they're more chill and more quiet. Nature is beautiful. In Rishikesh, Ganga River and this Thanksgiving ritual daily was amazing. I attended to it. In Amritsar, Golden Temple, and we were in the border with Pakistan, so we saw the border sort of event, like celebrating. I don't remember how it was called, but it was very interesting experience. So yeah, in general, it was wonderful. Nice. Okay, antimatter. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourself, and wish you the best. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going down. Okay, that's a cricket. Virat Kohli, Ronaldo of the cricket. Gotcha. Well, cricket is the biggest sport in the world because of you guys, because you love it so much that like the rest of the world, the Western world, don't really watch it. But for you, it's like a football or whatever. Like the biggest, it's the biggest sport. Fairly. Because that's because of him, it got included in the Olympics. That's great. Good for you guys. Okay. The striking range decreases, but the force and speed increases double what you can do with punches and kicks. The striking range, well, depends. If you're talking about the muscle density, when you're doing strength, when you're training specifically strength-oriented weight training or resistance training, you don't really grow that much of the muscle. Yes, you develop musculature, but you don't really grow that much comparing to hypertrophy training. So that's a good thing. If you train strength, you can be very strong. You definitely increase and transfer that strength into the power punch, but at the same time, it doesn't have to limit your range necessarily. Maybe slightly, but not like a bodybuilder type when the bodybuilders are like basically cannot reach their back and stuff, because their training, their focus is mostly hypertrophy training for the muscle growth and specific performance. Where am I from? I'm from Georgia, the country. So there are quite a lot of Indians actually. We have they come for medical education in Georgia. So you should know that country. Okay, bye Kadir. Have a good evening. Enjoy yourself. It's a brand. Something about cricket, the greatest ever team from cricket. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really familiar with not only cricket, I'm not really watching team sports that much. Even if you ask me about something about football, I might not be able to respond much about it. So, yeah, just that's how it is. You also visited Georgia. Great. How did you like it? An entrance exam. Which kind of exam it is? You have to explain to me so I understand. I just looked up some Lasha Guruli sparring videos. I see what you mean. He seems to be using that Soviet pendulum step and using a little bit of Mexican style mixed in. Yeah, that's a good analysis. As I said, it's when you have a mix of the styles, you just pick up some elements of it, but it creates the whole new style. So yeah, I think he's upcoming star. I think his attitude also is very stoic. I really respect him. So, and obviously I wish him the best as every Georgian athlete and every Georgian in general. And yeah, I think he's gonna become a star one day if he continues the way he does now. Engineering college entrance exam to get admission in IIT. Well, good luck to you. That's great. Engineering is very important, one of the most important fields for humanity. So we need you. Uttar Pradesh. I don't know where is that. So can you educate me a little bit more? Is it south of India? Is it central India? Western? Eastern? India is very big, right? Anyways, I can see there are some more viewers, so guys, feel free to write down the questions and just say hi and engage into the conversation. Oh, you're 18 years old. That's sweet. What to avoid in this age? Well, avoid distractions, I would say, but you're also young. You should live your life. Though I can tell you from my experience, I never been interested that much into those things that young people supposed to do, go out with friends, hang out, play games, this and that. Instead, I've been training boxing, then I became a personal trainer. I've been doing many stuff. I've been building my independence, financial and general independence. And if I had a chance to change that, I would never do that. I would never change my life. I would leave it the way it is, because this is how I built myself up the way I am. Obviously, you should have times when you just have fun and you let yourself rest and relax, but I would just focus more on studying, education, exercising, practicing your social skills, building relationships, building communities, surround yourself with the people who are more experienced than you, smarter than you, and just start building from early. Hi, Caroline. Hi. How are you? What do you mean attraction to girls, to women? Well, I think it's a natural thing for a guy, as long as it doesn't stop you from progressing, as long as you don't end up in a situation when there is unplanned pregnancy or whatever. It's fine. Just do whatever it takes, but just try to keep focused. Look at it long term. Also, to be more attractive, you need to build yourself up. You need to be smart and successful, and you have to have a good physique. So you have a lot of time to do that. So just go ahead. But yeah, we're definitely talking about different topics here, which is good. As I said, feel free to ask more questions. I finished the coconut. Well, I'm glad if I've been helpful even a little bit. We'll talk again, that's for sure. I'll try to do more lives like this. You have a nice day too. Okay. Yeah, basically we talked about many different topics. We talked about training, boxing styles, weight training and resistance training, strength training. We talked about India. We talked about Burma and karate experiences, etc. So it has been a a big conversation, very diverse. Talk a bit about the different things you feel like you know well. Well, what I think I know quite well, let me think. Well, I think what I really learned throughout these years of experience, as I mentioned, I'm a personal trainer, so I work with people. And one thing I really learned about human psychology is that there's certain things that just overlays on majority of people. There are certain things that, for example, we're not able to make changes quick and many things at a time. It's a very good thing to put things together like one at a time and be methodical. Just pushing through the struggles doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it has to be a smart work, and here, this is where research and science, the proven science, helps. Your videos are amazing and kicks butt. I really love them a lot. Thank you, Christian, very much. I appreciate that. Where are you from, by the way? Would you ever do a video with your husband? Well, he doesn't really want. He's not really that much of a camera person, though he helps me on the background. So on many videos, there is his voice on the background. He's talking to me, and he's been seen. There are a couple of videos where I train him on the pads, boxing, but not like, unless he's gonna want to, I'm not gonna force him to do that. Bazooka Polake. Hi, Bazooka. I'm from Georgia, the country. Well, I'm not Northern European, but I have Caucasian and Slavic roots from my parents, obviously. So, that's the way I ended up to look like this. From United States, from where? Which state? Eastern Europe, yeah, that's a little bit closer, but though, as I said, it's Georgia, the country. It is specifically a Caucasus region. So it's Caucasus Mountains, you know, Georgians, Dagestanis, Armenians, like that area, bordering with Russia and Turkey. And my mom, she's half Russian, half Ukrainian. So she oh, got scared. So anyways, yeah, she's technically from Crimea, so I have some roots from there too. I don't think so, no. Georgia is not a Balkan country. It is, as I said, it's bordering Russia. So there's Georgia, and northern border is with Russia, and the southern border is with Turkey, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. And from west, the Black Sea, and yeah, that's it. Oh, thank you. I mean, yeah, there are some very basic architectures. It's actually one of the first Christian countries. So technically, Armenia is the first one officially, which officially acknowledged Christianity as the main religion, and then it was Georgia. So it is originating from the same region. Connecticut. Wow, I mean, all I know about the place is the name. I heard Connecticut in some TV shows or something, but I don't know anything. So tell me, what is the specific thing about Connecticut that I should know? Yes, Caucasus. historical buildings. Yeah, well, if you take capital Tbilisi, the old historical Georgian buildings, very beautiful. It's a mix of a lot of Asian and a lot of European mixes because Tbilisi was one of the trading centers. So that was a quite multicultural from the very long time ago. Northeast. Okay, it's northeast. Connecticut is in the New England state in the northeast. Okay, so it's so you mean it's like in Boston they have a lot of Irish, in Connecticut you have a lot of English. Is correct? But yeah, anyways, nice to meet you guys. Okay, it's near Boston. All right, so then that makes sense. That's cool. It's amazing. I mean, when I started YouTube channel and when I started looking at the analytics of the channel, I was like, United States? Really? People from United States watch me? Wow. So yeah, I guess we're living in a world where it's becoming a normal thing now. By the way, American folks, how would you rate my English? That's my question to you. Ahmed or... Okay. Hi. Hi, Ahmed. Welcome to the chat. You've been really cool to talk to. Appreciate being able to be part of your community while it's still in its infancy. Yeah, it's fair enough. Thank you. Thank you very much. As I said, that was the step I've been hesitating to make. Sometimes that you know, that's one of my weaknesses, and I'll be blunt and honest with you. Sometimes I procrastinate, not because I'm lazy necessarily, but I just overthink. So sometimes it takes time for me to make this step, but then once I make it, I stick to it. I try my best to stick to it. So I appreciate it. And I think it's also easier to do it now because I can respond to individual questions and have a conversation. As I said, it's really not about getting all the numbers as fast as possible. I mean, I'm not seeking for that kind of popularity, but building the community. And as I said, it's easier now than it will be in the future. If the channel keeps growing, it's going to be harder to respond to everything. But yeah, I have a question to you guys. What kind of video would you like me to make? Since it's my YouTube, oh gosh, it's the coffee grinder machine. But anyways, what kind of video you would like me to make? You want to do more talking, more live streams, something regarding boxing, etc. Or something like, you know, other days, how I spend my day. Just give me some insight. It already has been 1 hour and 14 minutes. It's good. It's a very engaging conversation. I enjoyed myself, honestly. But yeah, anyways. I forgot to say that today is my rest day. And a couple of words about the importance of the rest. It's just very, very important. That's one of the things that has been neglected by a lot of people, a lot of athletes, basically people who train for a certain goal. Because let's be honest, all of us have that feeling sometimes that, oh, I didn't do enough, or okay, I'm resting way too much, so I'm not gonna, I'm gonna waste my time, I'm not gonna do enough for, learning something or getting stronger, etc. No, that's not true. That's one of the things that makes me different now from the way I used to be. And it is very important. That knowledge that the rest is very, very important, and there is not such a thing as too much rest. As long as you're being lazy and having a shitty diet and, just playing games and not sleeping at night, that is not a rest, right? Let's clarify it. But as long as you're really letting your body rest, and there are days that you just can't do it, you don't feel like doing it, especially if it's the off season, if it's not the preparational time for a specific competition or anything like that, it is very important to just prioritize your health, both physical and mental, and look at it long term. It's better to let yourself sleep a little bit longer and rest longer one day then you just grind every day, all the time, and then you just start getting the side effects of that overload of the work. So, yeah, just as I said, a couple words about the rest. Sleep, eating enough good food, just relaxing, learning how to detach from the outside stress, and also learn how to not create irrational stress in your head, and just sometimes enjoy the day as it is at the moment. This is a real definition of the rest to me. But yeah, guys, what do you think about that? I mean, there are 8 viewers of you, and it's quite silent, and I would love you to engage more. Just let me know what you think. Another thing is detachment. Another thing that I'm being always looking forward to train and develop within myself. I used to be a very emotional kid, very kind, very sweet. I've never been mean or anything, but I've been taking things personally always, and it was hard, sometimes just like when you cannot swallow it, it's so offensive, painful, and hurts. It was hurting my self-esteem and confidence as well. I'm talking about like the early childhood years. And then gradually, the self-work led to the point that I just started not giving a shit about anything and just doing what I wanted to do because I knew that's the right thing for me. Fortunately, this is how I looked at it. But also that wasn't good enough, because you cannot, it's not normal to just not give a shit about others. That's kind of enforced thing to do. In reality, we are social creatures, we're community creatures. It's absolutely natural to care what others think, but in the healthy range, right? So then when I grew even older, I started learning more about philosophy and psychology and different ways of manipulating your own mind, and the idea and this word specifically of detachment. Detachment is not blocking or neglecting your emotions. Detachment is not rejecting or refusing your emotions. It's basically just letting them be there, acknowledging them, but just letting them stream on the background. When you choose to detach from the situation, you do that consciously. That is an exercised skill. And I think I'm at the good point with detachment. I have my weak moments sometimes when I get overwhelmed and I get maybe way too emotional. But those situations are more rare and rare, and they occur more seldom. And it really helps. It really helps with especially with the lifestyle. I would say it helps everyone. It will help everyone with any sort of lifestyle. But also for a person who is training and challenging themselves and maybe even competing, this is, I would say, is crucial. Detachment skill, the skill of the detachment is a very crucial thing. It's it's an exercise. You know, it's the work. It's many years of work. It's always worth it. You know, because once you stop evolving and developing and just moving in general, that means you start progressing, and that's not something you want to do. You don't want to stay on the same spot. You just want to constantly keep moving, even if it's a very slow pace. It's fine. You just keep moving, and you follow your long-term vision. But anyways, guys, yeah, no one is asking anything. Do you have any questions? Well, I will wait for a little bit more. If there's going to be someone ask more questions or engage in the conversation, someone new. If not, I'll just go soon. It's getting quite late here, and yeah, it's just, you know, getting tired gradually. But yeah, this is my YouTube channel. Welcome to it. You know, if it's the first time you seeing me right now, it's my first live stream on YouTube, and I'm enjoying having this conversation a lot with people and engaging and responding to questions and actually asking questions as well. It's highly appreciated. And yeah, if you're interested, check out my YouTube channel and yeah, just see on your own if you like it. But yeah, I guess I will wrap it up now. And yeah, thanks to everyone for being here, asking questions, engaging with me. I'll definitely try to do it more often. And yeah, I see you next time. Have a good day or a good evening wherever you are in the world. Just enjoy yourself. Bye-bye. Yeah, how do I turn it off now? Oh, how do I turn it off now? I think from here. Okay, bye.